Muy buenos días. Rogamos, por favor, que vayan ocupando sus asientos para dar comienzo a esta segunda jornada.
Good morning. Please take your seats. We're going to start this second day of the seminar, please.
Bienvenidos a este segundo día.
Welcome to this second day of the 12th National Conference of Public Libraries. Before starting, I'd like to give a couple of pieces of information. We have simultaneous interpretation from English into Spanish. And we have magnetic loop for those who need it. Can you please be quiet? We're going to start. Thank you. We went through the cultural territories, media literacy, etc., and we're going to aim at new questions that are challenging the libraries of today, scientific reading, freedom in censorship, and AI as an ally or a problem. An intense, exciting morning with a dialogue between neuroscience, technology, etc. And we're going to start with a look at the brain, at the reading brain. Reading and neuroscience, Dr. Ripoll is going to tell us what happens in our brains when we read, how reading changes our mind, and how neuroscience may help us understand the power of books. He has a long-lasting career in several scientific disciplines, and he's a doctor in neuroscience from the University of Barcelona, and he leads the degree in neuropsychology in the Oberta University in Catalonia. He's also director of the Cognitive Neurolab. He has a long-lasting experience in neuroscience, especially in cognitive functions, through stimulation techniques for the nervous system. He works both with human and animal models. He's author and editor of several works: Neuroanatomy, Pleasure, Decision-Making and Brain, Psychobiology, and the blind woman that could see with the tongue. He's part of the dissemination group for neuroscience. I do invite you to enjoy this participation of Diego Redolar Ripoll. Good morning. Thank you for the invitation. I'm going to speak about reading and neuroscience. I teach neuroscience, and I also carry out research, and one of the things that we do in the lab is the effects of reading and the effects on the nervous system. I would like to start with a sentence by David Bueno. The act of reading and the arts go hand in hand in our species, including scientific capacity and philosophic capacity to discover and interpret the world, life, and ourselves. Reading is very deeply rooted in our society, and actually we continually think with words. So reading and language go together hand in hand. Everything I will tell you in this presentation is found in this book that I have just published. This has been published in Grijalbo Publishing House. So we'll start with our guests for this presentation, and these are two important guests: the brain and the words. In June 2025, National Geographic Journal spoke about the brain. It spoke about new devices and how technology may modify our nervous system. One of the things that was seen in this journal was reading in paper. The case in Sweden was very interesting because they have invested a lot in schools to buy tablets and digital devices, but now they're coming back to buying books in paper because research in neuroscience was increasingly alerting us on the benefits of reading in our system. How reading has an influence on the nervous system and the way it works. We started with the first guest, and this is the brain. The brain has been modeled throughout the years with evolution And it is true that these thousands of years of evolution could provide responses to evolutionary aspects. And the society we live in today, maybe some of these organizations are not as functional as they used to be, or as functional as we could expect. So evolution is very important to understand the difference between language and